You are listening to the Enlightenment Evolution Network. Welcome to Earth Sky People Radio. Living in harmony with Mother Earth and awakening to an intergalactic society. With your host, Victoria Vives, founder of Reiki Wellbeing and co-founder of the Earth Sky People Movement. Any opinions expressed in Earth Sky People Radio do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Enlightenment Evolution Network. Any opinions expressed by Earth Sky People Radio's guests do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Enlightenment Evolution Network. Hello, this is Earth Sky People Radio with your host, your friend, and your soul family, Victoria Vives Khuong. You can find me at victoriavives.com. Today is Saturday, January 31st, 2015. We are together in Earth Sky People Radio. Earth representing our connection with Mother Earth and nature, and Sky representing spirituality and life beyond the Earth, extraterrestrial life and extra-dimensional life. So last week we had a show which was Life After a Kundalini Awakening, sharing an intimate and powerful interview conducted by Greg Friedman at Inner Journey. This was where I share about my process of awakening, and you can check that, the replay, in the archives at victoriavives.com/radio. And today I'm thrilled for this opportunity to join with you. Many of you have asked me for recommendations on wealth and abundance, and that gives me the opportunity to share with you my own path and how I got to a situation in which I don't have to be worried about whether I can pay my rent every month, and all those situations that are so stressing and that takes our energy out from our life purpose into surviving. So I would like for you to thrive and do what you really desire to do and be able to feel free. So that's why I'm very honored to have this opportunity to share with you. So we will have a wealth and abundance attunement, and for that, please have with you a coin, and this will be for the process of the attunement. So that will be at the end of the show. And if you have any questions, you can call 347-308-8788 and press number 1, and I will get at least to a couple of questions. I see that already there are some there. So just once again, 347-308-8788, and then press 1 to ask your question. Okay, so that will be for the Q&A, and I also wanted to share 3 more gifts that I have for you. So that is so that you know already that you are very abundant. You're going to have 3 things. One of the things that I will be offering to you is that tonight I'm going to have a free distance healing session. Normally this is done by adding its recipient full name and general location. So if you want to add your name and general location, you can comment at the bottom of the post, victoriavives.com/wealth. Otherwise, just set your intention, and I'm sure you will be receiving some of the healing. Okay, so that will be tonight. Also, this Monday, February 2nd, just in a couple of days, we have the first of the webinars regarding how to unplug yourself from the matrix. So this is something that is going to help you having greater empowerment in any areas of your life. And the first webinar is going to be about health. We did a show on health, and this is going to go even further so that you feel more empowered with the 4 keys to unplug from the system and reclaim your health. You can see the details for this free webinar at victoriavives.com/webinar. And the third thing that I want to offer to you is something that we are going to co-create together. And this is going to be the 3rd International Chanting for Peace and Laughter. Yes, this is going to be a worldwide celebration So I will be guiding chanting segments, and also we will have amazing guests. This time is going to be for chanting. We're going to have comedy with stand-up comedians, and also we're going to have dancing. We're going to dance together. So this is going to raise the frequency in our planet. We will have guests such as Rob Gassier, Dwayne Hartman, Brad Johnson, Joey Miller, Kalina Angel, Goddess Gloria, and Newest Music and Newest Nation with Misha Winwood and Gina Citoli. So it is going to be a free event, amazing opportunity to join together for a few hours and just raise the frequency of the world, contributing to peace. So all the details for that is at victoriavives.com/peace3, and that is the number 3. So victoriavives.com/peace3. Okay, so now we're going to get started with the program for today, which is all about wealth and abundance. Okay, so the first thing is what it means to you, wealth and abundance. And after my awakening, of course, I realized that abundance many times is not just about money, of course not. However, money, I feel, is something we should integrate in that abundance, because if we are very abundant in other things, love, in healing and many things, but we don't have money, we are still going to feel a little bit frustrated. So for today, I want to focus specifically in financial abundance, because I know that some of you contacted me specifically for that. But of course, it's going to start with a feeling that we're going to awaken from wherever we are at the moment. So that means if right now the finances are not going well, but I have a lot of friends, I can draw from that feeling and expand it into the rest. So I will share a little bit about my story and how I moved from being in a very poor neighborhood to living now in my own home. So I grew up not having a home, never knowing if I'm going to have to live in the street or what, because it was something that I was paying rent with my family, and we didn't have much money. We lived in a poor neighborhood. So it was always a concern for me, the fact of not having a house that we could buy for our family. We had to share the same bedroom. It was really small, and I never shared this, so I'm getting kind of emotional. Okay, I shouldn't do that in the show. Okay, so my family obviously had this feeling of scarcity, and I always trust everything is possible, that we could achieve anything in our lives. So when I was 17, it was earlier. Sorry, I'm getting so emotional. Okay, so I think I was about 13. I said, to my grandmother, I'm going to take care of the finances in the house, because I feel that, I really would like to be able to get some cool clothing and some things, but we never have money. So can I please take care of the finances in the house? And they said, okay, you'll see how you have no money left. So right there we've seen a very limited relief, right? There is not money enough. However, I decided to, trust my intuition, and I started learning how to save money. So that was the first step to move from scarcity into wealth. And, I feel that the part of saving money is an important aspect to be able to bring that abundance in the beginning, and it's something that I still consider very much, how I can save money. So I started just looking around, where can I find the best prices? And at that time I had money, so it was okay for me. So I would walk all the neighborhoods finding the best prices for eggs and milk and everything that I would buy. And this took a lot of dedication, but I had the time, so it was okay. So from the first month and a half, I was able to buy my first leather jacket with the money that I saved to my family. So that means that it was possible. But obviously, if my family didn't feel that way, it's going to be very difficult to be able to make it happen. So that was one thing, the limiting belief. And the other aspect was to have the willingness. I was committed to make it happen, because I really wanted a leather jacket at that point, which I didn't think of, the poor animal that donated the letter, but at that moment it was what I thought. I was 14 and I was excited about that. So right there we see two things that can change your situation right now. What are the limiting beliefs? So that means when you feel I'm not going to have money enough, is that true? Maybe it is not true. Maybe we are just looking at our situation with the eyes from our past. Can we rewrite that story? Can we change it? Can we look further? Can we maybe ask a friend that has a different perspective? And that helps many times, having like a mentor that has already achieved what we want. And when we ask them, they're going to help us very much, because it is about the thoughts and the beliefs that we acquire in our lives. When we grow up, we are connected to our parents, to our community, and if we grow up in a poor neighborhood, we're going to be acquiring all of those limiting beliefs. So we want to make sure that we are able to connect with different thoughts, different ideas, different beliefs that are going to expand our ability. So after that, I started actually growing and thinking, well, so now I'm going to start going to the areas in the city where people have money, So I started going to those areas and start working as a model, start working in different things in entertainment as well. So all of this opened my life into other ideas, people living in different ways. So I finally was living there, and this opened my life to a different perspective. However, this still wasn't exactly the best situation, because my feeling of scarcity was still there. So there was the next step, the next layer. I was growing slowly, and that's something that I recommend for you too, to be patient. It doesn't have to be, okay, in a month I'm going to be rich forever, but, go step by step, accepting where we are, observing ourselves. So some of the things that happened to me is that I was really resistant people that had money. So I would be working in television and all these people with so much money, and I was a little disappointed about why they have so much money and I don't, And I learned how to transform that, to start appreciating, maybe this is nice people, maybe they are not so bad. And, sometimes there may be some that weren't so nice, but there were also others that were generous and really genuine in their intentions. So always looking for how we feel about money itself and people that have the money. Money is energy, is a way that we created to interact with each other. I don't think it's the ideal way of interacting with each other, but it's what we have at this moment. So in order to progress into a different way of abundance, we need to first surrender to what we have right now, which is money. Surrender to it, learn about it, how can we improve it? And once we learn that and kind of graduate, we can create new systems and maybe do more bartering or other things that are not based necessarily in money. Okay, so I'm going to move forward in my life and just share about when I came to Los Angeles. I came to Los Angeles and I was living here, and this was something that my heart was asking me for. I didn't have really money to live here, even though I was doing much better, but, I had no idea about how to develop my career here in Los Angeles. So in the first month, I spent most of my money, and I had like $14 left. So at that moment, what would I do? It's like, oh my goodness, what I'm going to do? So I just followed my heart, and I said, I'm going to stay here. And I think that was one of the keys in my life, to really say, I don't care about the money, but I care about my heart and what the universe may want from me. And I feel that's staying here. So I stayed here in Los Angeles. I was able to find my first job, and I was able to stay. It was fine. I was working in entertainment, spokesmodel, voiceover, you name it, all sorts of things. And, good Hollywoods and good companies, that my heart still wasn't feeling well. So now is when the key element really counts. there was one day that I was going to go to one of the jobs that I had, which was voiceover. So they contacted me, and I had been researching about this company I was working with for voiceover, and they always treated me very nice, so I really appreciated them. But I felt that maybe the message wasn't exactly resonating with my life purpose. And I felt that I shouldn't stay doing that, and I should instead do things with my voice that were in alignment with my life purpose and my heart. So even though I knew that I would go to this job and be paid for just one day of work $800, which really saved my month, I felt like, I cannot continue doing this. I have to really change my boss. And my boss from now on should be oneness. That's my boss. That's where I want to put all my energy. What can I do that the universe needs from me? It is not about making money. It is about being one with the rest of the world, being able to contribute, and it doesn't mean that I'm not going to receive money. Of course, I want to continue making money, but I need my work to be something that contributes to the world. So at that moment, I said to this company, I will not go to do the voiceover. And they insisted, we will change the date, what you need, everything. And I'm like, it's so hard for me to say no because I need the money, but I cannot do it. I'm sorry. My heart is screaming at me, telling me, your boss is oneness. Your boss is the universe. You have to leave everything else and do what is in your heart. So I finally left that job, and that was the first time I made the same amount of money working from home, doing the things that I love, contributing to the world. After that, I don't remember any time feeling stressed about money because my conception about money totally transformed. I don't think about it. I just want to do as much service as I can to the world, to oneness. I want to share my gift 100%. I want to teach classes. I want to do things that contribute to us becoming one and really thriving. So when I started focusing on that, the subject of money, seriously, it's like it doesn't really exist in my life. It's just a natural flow like everything else, like the air that I breathe. It comes in and comes out. And in the same way, I love contributing to people. So if a friend starts a project and I have the opportunity to invest and support their business, I'm going to do that. And if a teacher has a class or a healer has a session that can give to me and I can pay it and feel that being fortunate because I am able to pay to that person and contribute with my money and support that person, I feel joy, whereas before I would feel so fearful. So that also shares that how we feel about giving money is very important. Are we giving it with fear because we feel that we're not going to have enough? Or are we joyful because I really love what this person does and I want to just pay for it and support this person as much as I can with all my heart? So when we get to that point, it's like money is something different. It's just a tool, but the meaning is the one that we put behind. So money is not good, it's not bad, and we are always abundant. That's something that being in our society, we didn't realize about. But I remember one day I was in Spain still, so it was over 10 years ago. And I was in this amazing home looking out to the mountains. It was like amazing, like really, really a beautiful place to live. And as I was sitting there, I started thinking, I wish I could live in a place like that. And then I transformed that thought into, right now, I am here. That means that this is mine right now. It is a moment of my life. It is mine right now. And I started taking that feeling and putting it into everything in my life. So just expanding that feeling, this is mine right now. I don't need anything at this moment right now. I have everything I could ask for right now. I have the air I breathe. I have this beautiful view. It's not mine, but it is mine in a sense. So just sharing that feeling in everything that we do and really honoring and being grateful for what we have already is something that is going to help very much. When we speak about wealth, if we talk about the energetic system, that is going to be located in the solar plexus. The solar plexus is located in the rib cage. The associated color of this chakra is going to be yellow. So I will explain a little bit about this chakra, and maybe many of you know, but just in case somebody doesn't. So this chakra is all about personal power. What that means is that each person has something unique and personal that is their own power. Sometimes we may feel that power is something bad. So we may not completely share our gift because we feel that, who we are to shine our light. Why should I shine my light? I should be humble. I should work for somebody else maybe, But that's not the case. We really need your gift. So we really need you to share your light and your gift and your personal power. And the way to share that personal power is to share it in a way that is going to support all of life on the planet. Once again, we come back to the concept of oneness. It's like having an organism, and one of the cells has a purpose so important so that the rest is going to function properly, all in tune. So once again, solar plexus is about your personal power. How can you shine your light so that you share your gift to the world, with the world, and share it, shining your light fully? So when that chakra is functioning properly, you're going to experience wealth, self-confidence, abundance, success. You're going to feel that you have value. And that's something that is very much related to how much money you are making. And I want to make clear that I'm not 100% completely healed regarding my financial aspect, because I know that, I could charge more for my classes. I could charge more for some of the things I do. Like I tend to give a lot of things for free. So I know that is because I still don't understand my full value, So I feel that when we know our value, we are going to be able to really, really receive that money for our time. So that is very important. And when the chakra is not allowing that gift, that light, that value to be expressed, the feeling is going to be shame. That means, who am I to shine this? So we want to really release that shame. Sometimes we might have learned that in our past, but we really want to release that shame because it's not helping for anything, not to us, not to others. So we're going to do the attunement today, in which we will be releasing any of those energies and cleaning up our solar plexus chakra so that we can receive greater wealth and abundance. Okay, so if you have any questions, by the way, I mentioned it before, you can call, and the phone number, let's see, is 347-308-8788. So that is for calling for questions, and then just press number 1 so that I know that you have a question. Okay, so when we open to give, as I was saying before, maybe give to pay to your teachers, to pay to your healers that are giving you sessions, or to pay to buy something in the store, that also helps the flow of wealth to come through you. So that means you are giving, and as you are giving, you open to receive. So we want to always see it as a cycle, what you're giving and what you are receiving, and always appreciate it. So that is something that you can practice anytime that you are going to spend money. Just before you do, stop for a moment and see how you are feeling. Are you feeling tension? Are you feeling fear? Are you feeling happiness? Whatever you feel, breathe through it, be conscious of it, which is an essential thing, and make sure to start raising the frequency of the feelings that you experience when you are spending any money. So that is going to be something that also is going to help very much. When you are able to spend money, that means that you have that wealth already. So I have a quote here. I really love this one. Not he who has much is rich, but he who gives much. And this quote is from Eric Fromm. So that is a really, really good example of what I'm talking about. It is not about having a lot and feeling fearful and having it all in the bank and I don't want to move it, but really allowed to make it flow. So what you have, you give it and then you will receive. If you have $10 and you are fearful, maybe give $1, just a tiny bit of what you have. And start allowing that flow of money, because when you are giving, the energy of giving is an energy of wealth and richness and abundance. Is I have money, so I can give it. So just if you start doing that with that awareness, with that consciousness, that will also help very much opening to receive. Okay, so we're going to go now into some of the exercises that we will do for opening to wealth and abundance. For this attunement and the processes that we will do, I have a special thing with me. Hopefully you have your coin, because that's what we need for this attunement. You will need a coin. So just have that with you. And what I have here is also a coin, and I have a library cathedral crystal. This is library, like the light, and then brary, so it's like library altogether, cathedral crystal. This is a very, very rare and powerful crystal that I have here for this attunement together. We can work with this library crystal to find universal truth, because it contains ancient knowledge from Atlantis and the parts of the Akashic records that explain the concepts of light energy, light beings, and interdimensional communication channels. So this is already a very powerful crystal because of being a library cathedral crystal. And on top of that, this specific crystal is going to be also a citrine. The one I have here is a citrine, an authentic citrine, which is very rare, especially when it's a cathedral crystal. So this crystal will help you activating and cleansing your solar chakra, which will bring you success, abundance, prosperity, good fortune, and manifestation. So it's going to help very much. And because it is called citrine library cathedral crystal, I will just ask you during the meditation that we're going to do, the attunement, to visualize a cathedral in front of you, but I will guide you through that process very soon. We will also prepare with EFT, and many of you may be used to EFT. EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique, and it's a technique based on acupuncture and acupressure points that everybody can easily practice, and it is at the core of a more complex technique that is called TFT, Thought Field Therapy. So it consists on tapping or massaging acupuncture points while focusing on an emotion so that you can bring relief and transformation, releasing any negativity and opening for new energy. So with this technique, many phobias have been released, many problems have been transformed, and we will be using that EFT to prepare for our ceremony. We will also use an anchor. An anchor is a gesture to remember and reinforce a positive emotion and activate it whenever you need it. So that means today we do this powerful work, and in the future you will be able to use the anchor so that you bring and activate this positive emotion once again. So it's like when you smell a scent like popcorn and it brings you back to when you went to the theater. So it's similar to that. But in this case, we're going to create it very specifically for a very important purpose, which is awakening that feeling of abundance in our lives. Okay, so we will be doing that, and have your coin with you. Okay, so I'm here holding the beautiful crystal. You are holding the coin with one of your hands. And we will start doing the EFT process. So for this EFT process, you will just tap very softly your solar plexus, which is the area of your rib cage. And when you tap, it's better to do it in small circles. So that's how you normally do EFT in certain areas, so that it's not painful or anything. So you just tap in very softly in circles in the area of your rib cage. So we will do that as I say some affirmations and some transformation of beliefs, and you repeat out loud after me, okay? Maybe you're in a place that you cannot repeat out loud. In that case, you can repeat mentally, but it is so much more powerful that you repeat it out loud. So you can even go back to the archives and redo this at home, and the more you do it and out loud, the more powerful. Okay, so we're going to set the intention that we are going to do this for all humanity, for anyone that desires improvement in their wealth. So even if you are doing fine, you can still do it to support others to open to greater abundance. Okay, so once again, we will be tapping on the rib cage, and then repeat after me. Even though I may fear not having enough money, I'm willing to consider that the universe will provide what I need. Even though I may believe that lack is part of my story, I'm willing to see myself differently and create a wonderful, abundant life. And take a deep cleansing breath, integrating this transformation, and we continue. I'm willing to release any fear about money. I ask my higher self to release it from me. And I invite peace, trust, and wealth instead. I am willing to connect with the source of infinite abundance. I am willing to put down any fear about money. I carried it for too long. I put it down. I allow peace and trust instead. I allow abundance. Take a deep cleansing breath, and we continue tapping softly on the rib cage. I am willing to go beyond any limiting beliefs regarding money. My higher self to heal any thoughts of lack, to heal any thoughts of scarcity. I am open to experience great abundance. I release any judgments about money or wealthy people. I release any judgments about my financial experience. And as I release resistance, abundance flows into my life. I become a source of abundance. And so it is. Take a deep cleansing breath, integrating all this work. Good. So now, with the coin in your hands, we're going to call this coin the coin of abundance, because it's going to help you integrating this attunement. So I will be working with the crystal, the library cathedral citrine. So I'm putting some Reiki symbols on it to empower it, so that you will receive greater wealth, greater empowerment. And I will project the energy of this that is now charged with Reiki symbols. So I will project this energy into wherever you are at the moment, so that you can tune in with that anytime that you desire. So with your eyes closed, take a moment to focus on your breathing. To help you relax, you are going to take 3 deep breaths. Breathe in slowly through your nose and out very, very slowly through your mouth, letting go of any stress or tension. Continue breathing deeply and relax your jaw and your shoulders. Take a moment to listen to your breathing. It feels relaxing and peaceful. Now use your imagination. Tune into your creativity. Imagine yourself in a beautiful place in nature, where everything around you is golden. The vegetation, the dirt on the floor is also golden. There are some beautiful birds chirping, and they are golden in color as well. And you feel a very soft breeze caressing your skin. And you notice that this breeze reflects the beautiful sunshine, creating golden particles all around you that bring to you well-being and a deep feeling of abundance. The sunlight is shining on you, and you feel a pleasant warmth on your skin, helping you feel happy, joyful, relaxed. And the birds chirping very softly are adding new magic to this peaceful, very peaceful place, helping you feel at home. And any sounds around you will help you feeling more and more relaxed. You feel free, you feel safe, and you feel abundant. Feel the coin of abundance in your hands. Perhaps you can feel its energy. And just send some love to this coin. Coins are not good nor bad. They're going to contain whichever energy we put into them. So we're going to share some love and abundance with this coin. Now focus on your solar plexus chakra and imagine the sunlight coming into your solar plexus chakra in your rib cage and cleansing all the energy there, releasing any thoughts or limitations that are not helping your abundance. Allow the golden light to enter this chakra so that you can share your gift. And when you share your gift, you are blessing others And others, in return, will gratefully money for your services, your gift, or anything that you are offering. So you give it because you wish to give it, but in return you also receive, and you open to that flow. You are opening to receive. You are opening to allow that flow. When others give to you, you are blessing them as well. So just allow that flow of giving and receiving, and feel the coin of abundance in your hands, sharing these feelings of wealth so that they stay embedded in it. Now, as I hold our citrine library cathedral crystal, I'm going to project its form so that you can receive it and see it right in front of you in this beautiful golden place in nature. So visualize this citrine library cathedral being 10 feet tall right in front of you. Feel its vibrancy, its the light. Just open to its light and enter this cathedral crystal. You can enter and lay down within this crystal to receive healing regarding any financial related issues. And you can also receive guidance and information from this crystal so that it assists you in your journey towards greater health and wealth. So holding your coin of abundance, being inside the citrine library cathedral, receiving all the light and energy from this crystal. Visualize also a golden magnet right above you, retrieving any limiting beliefs regarding money and finances, so that you create space for all the golden light from the citrine to come into your solar plexus chakra. And to empower this process, I will chant a mantra for you. You can mentally repeat this chant, which is RAM, R-A-M, and visualize this chakra, the solar plexus, becoming cleansed, brighter, with a beautiful golden color, expanding, becoming stronger. So focus on that as I chant for you. Releasing any fears, opening to abundance, just opening to all the good things that life has to offer you. You know that you deserve the best in life, so you open to receive that now. Opening to receive, to allow yourself to receive gifts and also give anything that you would like to share with others. You are becoming a magnet for abundance. You allow more and more money into your life. You are opening every window to receive more abundance and prosperity. Any time that you pay any bill, more and more money will come to you. So you start feeling very safe, and you understand this process of giving and receiving, like the breath of life coming in, coming out, always in a perfect cycle, allowing that flow into your life, creating infinite abundance and wealth. You are free from limitations. So just open to that and connect fully with your higher wisdom, the part of you that has any answers, the part of you that can give you guidance and empowerment so that you know that you are well, so that you know that everything is taken care of, so that you remember that you are always connected with an infinite source of abundance. So take a moment to visualize yourself in the near future, how your life will change, how everything will be once you open to abundance. How will you share your gift? How your gift will change the world, transform other people's lives. How does that feel? To know that you are supported by a magical universe that answers to your very need, to everything that you may need. You are realizing that growing in the feeling of abundance. Your life opens. Help you grow in this feeling of joy and abundance. So just together your thumb and ring fingers and repeat with me. I am connected to infinite abundance. I am connected to infinite abundance. I am connected to infinite abundance. And in the days to come, every time that money comes to you in any way, even if it is a penny on the floor, you will repeat this anchor to add new power to your wealth and to feel how good it feels to know that you are connected to the infinite source of abundance. You are connected to infinite abundance. You are connected to infinite abundance. And any time that you are unsure of sharing your light and your gift, or unsure in regards to your wealth, you can just repeat this anchor, putting your thumb and ring fingers together and repeating, I am connected to infinite abundance. I am connected to infinite abundance. I am connected to infinite abundance. And instantly, you will draw from the energy of wealth and abundance, integrating all this learning, all this excitement, all this accomplishment with every breath you take. Continue breathing deeply and feeling the energies of this citrine as I am projecting this energy so that you can receive it. Empowered by the Reiki symbol. Feel that connection. Draw from that energy so that you can receive the wealth and abundance that this citrine library cathedral is sharing with you. And you can visualize this anytime you wish. This 10 feet tall citrine library cathedral where you can meditate and be recharged with the energies of wealth and abundance. I'm going to take a moment to complete the attunement with some Reiki symbols and Karuna Reiki symbols. So just continue opening to receive as I do the processes. And now visualize a golden ray of light that connects all the cathedrals that have been projected today. So the one in which you are in, the one I have here with me, and the one that other people around the world are visualizing at this moment as well. So all of the cathedrals connected by a golden ray of light, increasing the opportunities for wealth and abundance in our world to our interconnectedness. And we also join with the people that may not be in this call live today, but that will join in the days to come, listening to the archives. So we join with them as well, becoming more and more empowered, more of us coming together to support wealth in our planet, in our collective. And take a deep cleansing breath, integrating. You can release the anchor now. Move your body a little bit if you need to. You can now leave the cathedral. And just little by little, just feel your presence in the room where you are in at this moment. And one more deep cleansing breath. Go. Okay, so thank you so much. I was feeling such an energy from all of us joining together. It is truly amazing how we can do so much work for the healing of our collective together. So I am sure that in the days to come, you will have a greater appreciation for any abundance in your life, and also you will start opening to new sources of income. So make sure to honor and be aware of anything that comes into your life. Make sure to take a moment every time that something comes into your life to appreciate it, so that you can integrate and grow this feeling. And use the anchor. You just need to put together your thumb and ring fingers and repeat 3 times, I am connected to infinite abundance. That's all. That creates a new layer and a new layer and a new layer, and it becomes a really powerful belief that can transform your life. Okay, so we're going to complete, and I just want to thank you for doing this together, for creating this opportunity for all of us. Next week, we have somebody special in our show. It will be January 7th, and our guest is Jonathan Goldman. He is the director of the Sound Healers Association, and he's also the founder of the World Sound Healing Day. All the archives of my shows, both in video and audio, as well as all the information about this upcoming interview with Jonathan Goldman, are available at victoriavives.com/radio. And remember, this Monday, February 2nd at 1 p.m. Pacific time, we have the free health webinar. So this will be with the 4 keys to unplug from the system and reclaim your health. Details at victoriavives.com/webinar. And on Saturday, February 14th at 10 a.m., we have our 3rd International Chanting for Peace and Laughter, a worldwide celebration for us to chant together, to laugh together, and to dance together, yes, because we will have the hangouts, the Google Class hangouts, where we can see each other and dance. We will have a teacher for 5 rhythms, so that is going to be wonderful. We can all dance together, and she will guide us for that so that we continue raising frequency in the world. All the details for that at victoriavives.com/peace3. That is the number 3. Peace 3. And if you are in Los Angeles or close to Los Angeles, tonight we have a Reiki and crystal healing practice. You can see the information at reikiwellbeing.org. And that is when we are going to do the distance healing. So at the end of that class, we will do the distance healing for anyone who asks for it. And if you want to request that healing, you can just go to victoriavives.com/wealth. So that is where you can see where to put your name and general location so that we make a note with your name and general location when we are doing the healing. And if you are not in California, you can still join online the crystalhealer.org program so that you receive your certification as a crystal healer. This is an amazing, amazing program, and I'm sure you would love it. So those are the possibilities. And you know that I'm on Facebook, and you can contact me there. I have already maxed up 2 profiles, so I don't know if I can add you as a friend, but, I'm sure we can connect in some way. So you can check me out there. And as you know, this is the Enlightenment Evolution Network. We have shows every single day of the week. On Mondays at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, we have Heart to Heart Talk Radio with Daniel Scranton. Daniel and his future guests will discuss topics such as the shift, ETs, channeling, energy work, sound healing, and so many more things. On Tuesdays at 12 noon Pacific time, Soulfulpreneur, radio inspiration, expression, and abundance. A spiritual business specialist, Rachel Arkelaus and Megan Crandall-Meyer, will have guests who are living their soul purpose, so we can learn from them, I'm very sure. On Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, we have the Enlightenment Evolution Network creator, which is Rob Gauthier, with the Enlightenment Evolution Hour. So in this show, Rob channels thread, taking callers' questions. Rob also invites special guests or offers freestyle shows in which you can call to share anything and co-create. So Thursdays, now we get to Thursdays, 6 p.m. Pacific time. We have the show Consciousness Evolution Hour with Philip Malika, all things metaphysical from the perspective of the 5th dimension, the shift, 5th dimensional living, relationships, channeling, non-physical and off-world energies, and much more. On Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time, the Earth Experience with Talina Angel, exploring our soul's expansion through our human experiences on Earth, navigating and expanding through the exciting confusions that we are manifesting as new 5D beings. And on Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific time, we have Earth Sky People Radio, which is this show, with me, Victoria Vives Khuong, living in harmony with Mother Earth and awakening to an intergalactic society. And on Saturday at 9 p.m., so that's tonight, we have Disclosure Now with Piet Piper and co-host Texas Rebel. This is the On the Edge of Our Seats show that covers all topics of disclosure, from the world's most famous and obscure UFO cases to conspiracies, and covering all things in the human experience that just cannot be answered by anyone. On Sunday at 11 a.m. Pacific time, we have About Oneness with Karen Newman, focused on celebrating the ongoing conscious awakening of our planet and our realization of oneness. And on Sunday at 1 p.m., we have an upcoming show, which is the Resonance Intention, hosted by Sol and Neil Gaur. So that will be starting soon. So those are all the shows. So the next day that we can meet is on Monday for our webinar, and I'm so looking forward to it, to continue sharing with you. And I wish for you to have an amazing Saturday and Sunday. Okay, know that I love you. Bye.